on to you, Leos. So you have the Nine of Wands, the Temperance, and you, Leos, have the Nine of Swords. So these three cards right here for you, Leos, that's the machine. The machine's been going on all day. This is New York. Anyway, the Nine of Wands and the Temperance represents you can, whatever kind of worries, then you have the Nine of Swords. A lot of you, Leos, have some form of worry. And the Temperance is trying to show you that you don't have to worry about whatever it is that you're worried about, whether it's money, whether it's where your life is going, whether it is the Nine of Swords, right? What it is that you're doing. There's a sense of you, Leos, are already doing what you're doing that has been successful for you so far, whether it's the career, finances, however it is that you make your bread and your butter. You've been doing it well. Once again, if that has been successful for you, good, but again, in order to ease your mind a little bit more, once again, have assets outside of what it is that you do mainly, so that you don't have to worry so much about what you've got going on, right? Or what it is that you do for a career, or what it is that you focus on mainly. You can afford to actually be in a position to be diversified, right? To actually carry out with what it is that you want to do, without having to worry so hard about living expenses. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So the Seven of Pentacles, right, and the Three of Swords represents, because there's a sense of, there's definitely a sense of like doubt that's going on with you, Leos, where it's like, okay, the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Swords is like, okay, but what, you have this thing that you like to do, this career potentially, right, that you like to do, or something that you want to do as a potential career, but you don't necessarily know if you'll succeed. So there's definitely a sense of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that's really happening with you, Leos, and that you, Leos, are watching this video trying to get a better understanding of. And make sure to watch all the way through and leave a like. But the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles right here represents, you have to understand that whatever it is that you got going on that makes your bread and your butter, makes your money, right? Maybe it doesn't even necessarily have to bring you any money as of right now, but you would like to make it into something that will make you some money, or if you're already making money from it, will put you in a better financial situation. Like I said, this is why it is that I say that you want to diversify, because the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles represents, you also may want to do some studying, figure out what it is, how money works if you don't, so that you can actually be able to not have to stress so much about it. Obviously, this isn't a love reading. This is more so about yourself and how it is that you take care better, how you better take care of yourself, and how you're learning how to take care of yourself a lot better. But also, this represents some of the trials and the tribulations that you, Leos, have and are experiencing, in a sense of, okay, well, what happens when it comes to the whole money situation, right? Because money is a very important thing, especially nowadays, because people are trying to figure out a way to survive. But the thing is that, like it is that I said before, figure out a way to increase your income, and there's ways essentially to do that. You have to study, though. You have to study. It's not going to come to you easily. You have to study. You know, most of the, to be real with you, most times people are scared to put their money into something that's going to generate more money for them, or something that's going to be more valuable for them in the future. People are scared to do that. You know, people are really afraid to do that, because when you tell them, you know, why don't you put your money in stocks, a lot of the times people will be like, well, I'm not going to spend any money on it. I'm just going to save this amount of money. It's like, okay, what container do you have it in, right? Like what type, I should say, what type of container do you have it in? And that money is not earning any kind of interest on it, right? To be able to actually add money to what it is that they have. So their money essentially is losing value despite how much money they have. You know, if I put $200 into an account that gives me money, right, at the end or the beginning of every month, and they have $500,000 in the next 10 years, my money still means more. It's still more valuable than the $500,000. Why? Because $500,000 was losing the value of what it is that it can buy, as to where mine has been adding the money on top of it. And as long as I don't interrupt that to where it's less, to give me less, compound interest is a beast. So the thing is that the Two of Swords, right, represents how, again, you need to do some studying. The Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords represents these conflicting ideas about what it is that you want to do and how you want to live your life. But the Page of Pentacles represents the answer. You need to seek counsel. And what I mean by that is go to people who know what they're talking about. Listen to YouTube videos of people who proclaim to know what it is that they're talking about. Write down some of the things that you have heard that are key points, and then go and independently do your own studying. A lot of the times, you know, and it's a sad thing to say, a lot of times people don't do their independent studying nowadays. You know, people want everything to be told to them. Whenever, you know, sometimes whenever it is, I'll tell people, hey, you know, I'm going to give you the knowledge to this. I'm going to give you the book. No, shut your mouth. The answer is supposed to be yes. The answer is supposed to be yeah. The answer is supposed to be, okay, give me the book. I'm going to go ahead and read it. And then you actually go and you read it. Because this self-imposed stupidity, this being dumb, this stupid ideology of when somebody giving you a piece of knowledge, and then they're essentially going to give you the resource of where it is that they got it from, so you can go back and do the research to see if it holds up, do your own independent research, gain your own knowledge. You never know what it is that you may come up on, and you talking about no because you're afraid to get some knowledge, you're afraid to do some research. That lets me know everything I need to know about the person. Oh yeah, we're not going to talk like that. I can't take you seriously, because this is what we call scholarship. This is what if you want to be taken seriously, whether in the world of academia, whether just in general, right, no matter where you are, this ideology of being stupid, that ideology of not wanting to do research, there should be tons of people in the comment section whenever it is that I say something outrageous and cutting edge that a lot of people are not familiar with. There should be people holding me accountable. Maybe not necessarily all the time, but some of the times, talking about, can I have that link to the reference that you're talking about? That way I can show you what I'm talking about. And why it is I'm talking about this in the first place is because how I was able to find myself in a financially auspicious situation in the first place is by reading, going to YouTube videos, listening to some of the gems that those people drop, going back to the reference points or some of the important things that they were talking about, buying the books out with my own money and all of that other type of stuff, doing the research, reading the books, gaining the knowledge, listening to podcasts of multimillionaires like Layla Harmonzi. Anyway, I think it's Hormozy. Anyway, point that I'm trying to make here is really taking it seriously. So the thing is that you Leos have to take it seriously too. You're worried about if your passion is going to make you money, and you regardless of whether it makes you money, you should do it because you love it. But there's ways to put yourself in a position where even if it doesn't make you money, even at the very beginning, you just starting out and it's not making you any money, or things financially are not necessarily being at its best, as far as you love to do this, but it doesn't necessarily yield the most amount of return for you for your work. There are ways to essentially get around that or to overcome that. But you have to be able to actually do the research. Do the research to the things that you want to know. The force, the Seven of Swords, and the Emperor is about how, because if you don't, there's a lot of people out here who are ready to lie to you, who are ready to steer you in a terrible direction. So the things that you want to study, how I got started was studying, like I said, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Look into whole life insurance. Look into it. I'm tired of, because no disrespect, but whoever's watching this video, and I'm not talking about Leos per se, but it's just that I'm tired of adults who, granted, what I'm saying, who just don't do their research. Adults who are just like, look, they study something and then they don't actually really do their homework. They don't compare notes. They don't do reference points. They really don't do their homework. They look into something, and because they want a quick fix, to the point where they're like, okay, now they're going to dive into whole life insurance just because I mentioned it. I'm not a financial advisor, but what I'm trying to say is that that's my point. Look into those things. Do your homework. I'm doing my homework on whole life insurance right now. So I'm not just talking trash. You know what I mean? I'm actually doing what it is I'm talking about. But the Emperor represents, when it comes to fulfilling your hopes and your dreams, that type of stuff takes time. And once again, you shouldn't have to compromise your time for cash. So figure it out. That way you can be an amazing guitarist, whatever, mechanical engineer, whatever it is that you like, computer engineer, computer science, whatever it is that you like, right? I'm not knocking it. I'm not sitting over here knocking it at all. That's not what I'm here to do at all. What I'm talking about is be strategic about yours, is what I'm trying to say. So let's clarify the Emperor. Let's clarify the Emperor, okay? So to clarify the Emperor, right, you have the Sun, which is you, Leo. So the Star card, which is Aquarius, but the Sun is a star. So Star card, the Sun, which is definitely you Leos, Three of Pentacles, then you have the Four of Swords, and then you Leos have the Two of Swords, to clarify the Emperor. So the Star card, the Sun, and then you have the Three of Pentacles, right, which represents how a lot of you very much so are in a situation where you need to be patient. And the Star card and the Sun, the Three of Pentacles, you want to make whatever kind of new journey that you're starting on work wonders for you, where you blow up, you're an instant hit, you're viral, right, like they say nowadays. And that may not necessarily be practical, right? You betting everything that you've got on virality. And the thing is that the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords is about how you have to put that to bed, because you trying to be viral, you make one video and then you go north, that's not going to work, right? More than likely. Not saying that it can't, but I'm saying that more than likely it won't. The Two of Swords right here represents it's going to be a slow grind, and then one day you're just going to take off like a rocket ship. But you haven't taken off in that rocket ship as of yet for some of you. Some of you have, right? But even though you have, some of you have, you Leos, again, not trading that time for that money anymore. So you have to learn to concentrate on that. But other than that, you Leos are in a kind of a curious position where now it's like, you know, you want to make something that you love your main centerpiece. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I've made spirituality my centerpiece. But, you know, like I said, you have to do your homework. So that's it for now. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 100,000 subs. I got 14,700 and change. I'm not quite sure the exact number, but smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.